techniques. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
Now here's Anthony. Shot clock at 5. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Timberwolves at Target Center. Pass to Randall. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Anthony. And still fresh on everybody's mind, the moment when MP eclipsed the incredible point total that Michael Jordan scored in his legendary 1986-87 season. Greg, you remember it well. It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, he scored 3,041 points that year, the highest total of his career. It's stunning to see a player surpass it, and that's the kind of generational talent MP is.
Here's Anthony. After the basket by Minnesota, he gets it in there.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Randall outside. Reed against Anthony. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Randall passes to Edwards. Hit by Reed. 6 to shoot. And Anthony Edwards gets the 3. Edwards got 5.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
Anthony kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams passes to Anthony. Williams sends a screen for Anthony. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Anthony's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Randall finds DiVincenzo. Now McDaniels. Pass to Randall. Outside Edwards. Off target with his 3.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
That one falls.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's got 5. McDaniels kicks to Randall. And it's off from three-point range. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Now here's Anthony. This game, an incredible scoring display for him. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Slim.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability.
Edwards, good.
3 points.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Anthony. Williams, a screen on Edwards. Anthony, no one around. Buries it from three-point range. Anthony's got 5 points so far. Pass to McDaniels. Randall outside. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Thunder have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Anthony can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And the basket by Edwards.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Inside, stolen by McDaniels. To the middle. Edwards, that's good. He's got 13.
Only 1 miss in his first 6 shots. He's definitely brought his A game.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Anthony up on top. Edwards defending. Anthony's shot is off.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Alexander Walker passes to Edwards. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Slim in the last outing against the Timberwolves put on a show. He had 60 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. He was remarkable in that game. It's not often you see a player that dominant, and I'm sure he wants to keep it going. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
And the Thunder with some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Jalen Williams. Wiggins comes in for Dort. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's DiVincenzo. Still scoreless. And the 3 ball is good.
He's clearly on the attack, making 6 of his last 7.
Here's Anthony. And the shot goes in. Anthony's got 9.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Williams against Randall. Pass to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by Williams. Thunder trailing by 5. Wiggins kicks to Anthony. High post shot. Again, the Thunder score.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards looking it over. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Edwards got 19 points.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Edwards against Anthony. Pulls up, high post, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 13 points in the game.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Pass to Alexander Walker. No good on the triple. Thunder trailing by 3. Anthony down low. Edwards defending. The game now all time.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
Hartenstein. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
He had a nice open look right there. 22 points for him.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside Anthony. From deep. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Garza's checked in. McDaniels comes in for Randall. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now, here's Ingles. 1:02 left to play here in the first. Wiggins with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Here's Anthony. He's got 16. Yep, that one goes. And it's a 4-point Thunder lead.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now, here's Ingles. Back to Alexander Walker. 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the elbow. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Boy, it's nice to see young guys like McDaniels come onto the floor and make the right play.
Williams sets a screen for Anthony. A three-pointer, no good. Now Dillingham. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's the Thunder as they end the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Thunder.
People say the mid-range shot is dying, but so far in this one, that has not been the case for this team.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got McDaniels. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dillingham. And it's Joe Ingles, and it's Garza in at the center position. To the inside, stolen by McDaniels. Here's Dillingham. Gilgeous Alexander covering. Dillingham with it. Hasn't made one yet. Ingles against Dort. McDaniels gets a wide open look. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
You know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Outside Anthony. Williams has a screen for Anthony. Hands it from downtown. Anthony's got 21 in the game.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now. And so far, no go.
Pass to McDaniels. On the wing, Ingles. McDaniels finds Alexander Walker. Garza no good. The Thunder leading by 5. Floats it up for Holmgren. Stolen by McDaniels. One-on-one fast break. Dillingham with it. Pass to Ingles. Puts up a deep three. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds tonight. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. And then on Friday, they'll continue the road trip heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Miller, no luck. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the next to look forward to. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Dagnall said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Einad's checked in. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And here's Anthony for three, and rebounded by McDaniels.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Dillingham with it. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Timberwolves split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. And Greg, talk about a guy who can create for himself. Dillingham can already score on elite defenders.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that is his footwork. You can see the hours he's put into it. And then add in the body control and quickness. Good luck slowing this young man down.
Now, here's Ingles. After the miss from Anthony. Dillingham. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Dillingham's got 5 points in the quarter. Anthony finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Anthony, the pass to Williams. Anthony taking his time here. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And he jams it with authority.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Anthony. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. Number 1, the Thunder. 5th, the Timberwolves.
And we're getting to watch 2 of the NBA's great defensive teams. I mean, very difficult to score as they both contest every shot. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Alexander Walker. 23 points for him the last game against Oklahoma City. That 3 off the mark.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
The Timberwolves shooting 39% from the floor, not their best. Gilgeous-Alexander against Edwards. Can't hit that one. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the lob to Dort. Now, Alexander Walker. He's got 7. And a wide open shot from Reed. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Anthony against Ingles. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Anthony finds Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Anthony, the pass to Dort. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 3rd assist on the night. Timberwolves trail. Dillingham with it. 5 points in the game. Outside Edwards. Takes a three. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Anthony kicks to Dort. Holmgren with a screen on Edwards. The shot by Anthony, no good. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Timberwolves. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Dort. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Holmgren. Williams comes in for Jalen Williams. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Cason Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Minnesota with it. The Thunder making the shot. Pass to Edwards. No one near him. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Edwards got 27 points.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Count it. And it's now 26 points for Slim.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now here's Randall from the arc. Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low, here's Anthony. Randall with some nice D.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
Sweet shooting from DiVincenzo. Really comfortable getting that shot up quickly.
Anthony down low. Edwards there. Outside Anthony. Hartenstein with the screen on Edwards. That shot wide open. That's 29 points for Slim.
He's now matched his three-point total from the first quarter here in the second period. 4 in the game already for him.
Reed kicks to Randall. And there it is for him. Randall's got his first basket.
Boy, he's a wrecking ball on offense. Randall, so good at finishing inside.
Wiggins finds Anthony. Hartenstein with the screen for Anthony. Stolen by Reed. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Off the left rim and out.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help to be a little bit more selective tonight. Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's DiVincenzo after the made shot from Anthony. Randall with the bucket.
You know, it's encouraging to see Randall working on this shot. You can tell he wants to get better from there.
Wallace kicks to Anthony. It's stolen by Edwards. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Alexander Walker. And count it from 19 feet away. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves. Wiggins outside to the paint. Here's Anthony. Inside. Hartenstein with the bounce pass. Outside Anthony. A 3. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got 6 rebounds in the game. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. It's stolen. And that concludes the first half. Timberwolves lead by 7. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this.
And you look at the order of things, Kenny, any teams here that have surprised you one way or the other?
Well, there are levels, Ernie, to surprise. Check it out.
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Bench mob.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Timberwolves leading by 7. The post pair for them will be Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Anthony. And it's Dort in at the 3. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And Anthony drops them both. And so it's Minnesota with it, leading by 5. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. Here's Reed. Outside Edwards. Clock at 6. Crafty move. Oh, Edwards!
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Holmgren with a screen on it. And that one's good, Anthony.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Outside Edwards. From 13. Nice defense from Dort.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with Ripton. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
For Minnesota, they have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Shots good by Anthony.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Anthony against Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Now here's Anthony. He's got 39. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
DiVincenzo finds Randall. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 4 assists in the game. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Anthony, the pass to Holmgren. Banked in off the glass. Holmgren's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Reed against Holmgren. Reed kicks to Edwards. Off target from outside. Thunder trailing by 5. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Anthony. Williams sets a screen for Anthony. Off target with the open look.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Pass to Edwards. DiVincenzo with it. Lets it go from deep. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here is McDaniels. Scoreless thus far. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Outside Anthony. Fires for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Anthony's got 42 in the game.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Now, here's Reed. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Well, he's filling it up right now, getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
Anthony finds Williams. Outside Anthony, just his first attempt. Williams can't hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Up top, Randall. He's guarded by Williams. Shoots the 3. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 rebounds tonight. The 3 from Anthony. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Edwards against Anthony. Reed with the screen on Anthony. Near the 3-point line, it's Edwards. Thunder with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Here's DiVincenzo. The Thunder making the shot. Pass to McDaniels. Puts up a deep 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Oklahoma City. Williams can't hit. Minnesota shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. Now Reed. Good on the 3-point shot.
This is a big part of Reed's value. I mean, he's proficient from deep, and he's got a quick trigger, too.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Williams comes in for Jalen Williams. Wiggins is checked in for George. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Timberwolves also changing it up. Joe Ingles is checked in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Thunder trailing by 3. Williams passes to Hartenstein. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Minot's checked in. Here's Dillingham. 5 points in the game. Slammed home and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
The knee just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now Dillingham, after the missed three from Anthony, or the three. Dillingham, no good. Thunder trailing by 6. To the inside. Out to Anthony. Screen by Hartenstein. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at the Thunder. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, the Timberwolves just need to take it a game at a time.
And when I look at Oklahoma City,
They're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
The Thunder shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Wiggins passes to Joe. Outside Anthony. Hartenstein with the screen for Anthony. Back to Joe. Wiggins finds Williams. Here's Joe. And they get it. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's Dillingham. He's got 5. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Under trailing by 5. Here's Williams. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And their outside game is simply evaporated here in the second half. Not a lot of great looks from deep.
Here's Alexander Walker. 17 points in the game. Launches it. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And they pick up 2. Anthony's got 47 points.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Randall. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Ingles can't get it to go. Anthony with it. Williams has a screen for Anthony. Connects again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Back to the action in just a minute. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. They've got Dillingham. He's out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Minot in at the 4 slot.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Really left alone that time. Alexander Walker's got 11 in the second half.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Anthony dishes to Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Williams sends a screen for Anthony. Minnesota with the rebound. On the wing, Ingles. The three. And another three for Minnesota.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Outside Anthony to the middle. Hartenstein passes to Wiggins. Down low. Here's Anthony. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Timberwolves leading by 4. Into the lane. Dillingham with the bucket. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Outside Anthony. Williams has a screen for Anthony. And right on target with the swish. Anthony's got 55.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Ingles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Williams comes in for Williams. And it's Dort in for Aaron Wiggins. For Minnesota, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Dillingham. Here's Alexander Walker. His 3-pointers off the mark. Anthony right side. To Holmgren. And here is Anthony. Puts up a 3. Ingles with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 4. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here to the inside. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the summer league record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Edwards has come in for Minnesota. Alexander Walker on the wing. Defended by Dort. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Anthony down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
That one is off.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Ingles with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Edwards. And it falls over the rim and in. Edwards got 42 in the game.
And with the way he can rise, Edwards able to get that shot off anytime.
Anthony kicks to Holmgren. Back to Anthony. Over Edwards. Anthony's shot is off.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Alexander Walker on the wing. Defended by Dort. Back to Alexander Walker. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Dillingham. Offline with his 3.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Outside Anthony. No good from outside.
Oh, it's been a turbulent quarter, really rough for him. Nothing going his way, but he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Here's Minot. Ingles with the screen for Dillingham. From outside, off the mark.
You know, after connecting on one three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Outside Anthony to the middle. Here's Holmgren. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
And here is Ingles. Outside Edwards. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 6th rebound on the night. Another one goes. Incredible.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. Now with the game in the balance, coach told his team to play loose. Don't overthink it. We got this far playing our game and we can win the same way. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's Edwards on the wing. He can't get it to go. Anthony with the defensive effort. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Randall kicks to McDaniel. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Holmgren. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. The Thunder leading by 3. Outside Anthony. Launches a 3. Good, that's another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams, a screen on it. The 3 from Anthony. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Holmgren with a screen on DiVincenzo. The shot by Anthony, no good. Timberwolves trail. by 6. Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Here's Anthony. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. 65 points for Slim. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Shoots from 12. Another shot. It's blocked.
Quite simply, Lou Dort is an elite defender. Plays hard, smart, great wingspan, which we just saw him use there.
Holmgren sets the screen for Anthony. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Timberwolves trail by 6. 11 feet away. Here's Randall, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
Now here's Anthony. It's Dort on the wing. Outside Anthony. Just 5 on the clock. He got it again. Sensational.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. Money.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Here's the teardrop. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Pass to DiVincenzo. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And so here is Oklahoma City. And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
Anthony Edwards. His 5th personal foul. 13 foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the series. And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. DiVincenzo finds Randall. Jacks up a 3. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Look at DiVincenzo going on the attack. Knows they need some points on this possession, and he delivered.
Now Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And the Timberwolves call time. 12 seconds left in the game. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
$12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Out to Edwards. Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And the foul called on Edwards. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Here's Alexander Walker. Can't connect. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. It was up for grabs
That's how they
right
take
until
you
the
combo.
final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most.